Silent expanse of space, every celestial body has its own story, but one has been a constant companion to humanity's dreams since time immemorial: the moon. In 2008, India set out to write its own chapter in that story. It wasn't just a mission to the moon, it was a mission to expand horizons, redefine the future, and put India on the global space map. This is the story of Chandrayaan-1, India's first lunar mission, a journey of ambition, science, and discovery. India's space journey had already made waves, but reaching the moon was a monumental challenge. The idea for Chandrayaan-1 was born in 2003, but the vision was far older. For decades, the moon had captivated scientists and explorers alike, but by the time Chandrayaan was conceptualized, the moon's mysteries were far from solved. NASA had already done significant work mapping the lunar surface, but Chandrayaan-1's goal was different. It was about precision, depth, and uncovering hidden secrets. India's Indian Space Research Organization, led by Dr. G. Madhavan Nair, set its sights on discovering water on the moon, something that had eluded scientists for years. But the path was never going to be easy. With a budget of $80 million, Chandrayaan-1's cost was a fraction of what other countries had spent on similar missions. Yet it was precisely this budget constraint that led to the mission's innovative approach. Chandrayaan-1 wasn't just a technological feat. It was an example of Indian ingenuity and collaboration. The orbiter was designed to carry 11 scientific instruments from India, the United States, the United Kingdom, Germany, Sweden, and Bulgaria. Together, they were tasked with understanding the moon's surface, searching for water, and analyzing its chemical composition. The plan was clear: map the moon in 3D, study the minerals that make up its surface, search for water, especially in the permanently shadowed regions near the poles, examine the moon's exosphere, the faint atmosphere that few had studied. October 22, 2008, Sriharikota was the launch pad, and the rocket, PSLV-C-11, was ready to propel India's dreams into the cosmos. The PSLV rocket carrying Chandrayaan-1 was a proven workhorse, having launched several successful missions. But this was different. This was a mission that would elevate India's space capabilities to new heights. The mission wasn't just about reaching the moon, it was about a calculated, meticulously planned journey that spanned several days. After a successful Earth orbit, Chandrayaan-1 performed a series of orbital maneuvers to reach lunar orbit. After a 16-day journey, it entered the moon's gravity, and on November 8, 2008, it began its lunar orbit at 100 kilometers above the surface. But the real excitement began when it started mapping the surface in high resolution and studying the moon's chemical composition. Hey friends, if you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching. If you found this story meaningful, helpful, or even just a little thought-provoking, we'd really appreciate your support. You can hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and share it with someone who might enjoy it too. On November 14, 2008, something special happened. To celebrate Pandit Nehru's birthday, the Moon Impact Probe, MIP, carried by Chandrayaan-1, was released. It was India's first ever direct touch on the lunar surface. The MIP impacted the lunar South Pole, sending back valuable data to Earth. The event was marked by the unfurling of the Indian tricolor on the moon, symbolizing India's triumph. This was not just a symbolic act, it was a technological milestone. India had joined the ranks of countries that had physically touched the moon. The biggest revelation from Chandrayaan-1 wasn't just its success in mapping the surface, it was water. The mission confirmed that the moon wasn't just a dry, barren rock. Through the Moon Mineralogy Mapper, M3, a key instrument provided by NASA, Chandrayaan-1 discovered molecular water trapped in the moon's soil. This discovery changed everything. Scientists had long speculated about water on the moon, but now India had provided proof. Water could be the key to future moon missions, as it could be used for life support, fuel, and even construction. The moon wasn't just a place to visit, it could become a resource hub for future space exploration. However, every space mission faces its challenges. Chandrayaan-1 was no exception. While the orbiter worked flawlessly, in August 2009, communication with the spacecraft was lost. But the mission had already exceeded expectations, far beyond its initial 2-year goal. Despite the communication loss, the data collected from over 70,000 images and mineral studies remained invaluable. While the Chandrayaan-1 mission was officially declared over, its legacy lived on. It paved the way for future space missions, particularly the Chandrayaan-2 mission in 2019, which successfully landed on the moon. Chandrayaan-1 also brought global attention to ISRO's capabilities. It demonstrated that even with limited resources, India could achieve extraordinary feats of scientific discovery. What began with Chandrayaan-1 has grown into India's quest for the stars. It marked the beginning of a new era in space exploration, not just for India, but for all of humanity. And as we continue to explore the moon, Mars, and beyond, we remember that India's first step on the moon wasn't just a leap for a nation, but a leap for all of us.